Welcome to Pilates for Osteoporosis. I'm Sherri Betz, and I'm a physical therapist and PMA certified Pilates teacher, and I'm also a geriatric certified specialist through the American Physical Therapy Association. And then you want to put the heels of your hands on your ASIS bones, or the prominent bones at the front of your pelvis, fingertips on the pubic bone, and we're going to roll the pelvis forward and backward until we feel the three bones in contact with our hands. Rolling forward and backward. Notice if there's any discomfort or pain with that, and you're going to find a position that's not painful. Now, taking the hands to the top of the pelvis, stick your fingers in between the ribs and the pelvis. Some people call this the muffin top position, but this is a wonderful tool for checking the length of your spine and making sure that your rib cage is not collapsed into your pelvis. So there are some times that people have collapsed quite a bit and they might not be able to get a finger in there at all. The idea of lifting the ribs off the pelvis is what we call that girdle of strength, and we're activating the core muscles in the best way possible without even really engaging or talking about engaging the abdominals. If I am collapsed and I tell you to pull the abdominals in, then what will happen a lot of times is you'll get a lot of pressure on your pelvic floor. So a better core control cue would be to lift the ribs off the pelvis, and the abdominals will naturally lift and engage. The pelvic floor will have a decreased amount of pressure on it, and you'll be able to have that better length in the spine to take the pressure off your discs and the joints of the spine. Another way to look at your low back is to place your fingers on the low back and then feel if your low back muscles are tight. If they're tight, they're really not designed to hold you up in space all day long. So what you want to do is find the position of the pelvis that gives you the most relaxed lumbar paraspinals. So if you touch the bones of your spine and then your fingers will lie over top of those lumbar paraspinals, then you'll have the right position for your hands to monitor your spine. Finding that position is also useful by placing the ribs over the pelvis. Many people will do this when they want to stand in good posture, and the rib cage will shift forward. What we want to think of is that the rib cage is like a bell swinging forward and backward, so that the bell is centered right over the pelvis. And when that happens, usually the lumbar paraspinals will relax. We want to avoid squeezing the butt and drawing the tailbone down. We want to keep the pelvis lifted off of the hip joints, but we want to keep the ribs off the pelvis without tightening the buttocks. The buttocks are not postural muscle. So what we're going to be doing in the series is learning how to activate those core muscles and keep them active, holding us up all day long. There are something called postural muscles that are the deep muscles that support our spine that we can't really feel. The only way we know that we're working, or they're working, is that the back muscles are relaxed. If you can stand up tall and your back muscles are relaxed and you're in good alignment, you're in the right position. That is really a great barometer for your control and whether or not you're in the right posture.